Hello friends, it really gives me great pleasure to meet you through the YouTube. I've been meeting people through various media, through newspapers, articles, television shows, news channels and some entertainment channels also. But it is indeed different to have a direct contact with you, directly talk to you, look at you and say what I really want to say for a very long time. Now I'm in this profession for more than 30 years and I'm working as a mental health professional. To begin with, psychiatry was really indeed a different kind of branch. And everybody used to look at us, look at me as something very strange, something very weird, a wacko. Times changed and people said, oh right, psychiatry seems to be a very interesting thing. So they thought that psychiatry is interesting. Times changed and now people say, oh, psychiatry is so very important. It's no more weird, it's no more wacko. It's no more something out of the world. It's something which is very much part of this world, and almost everyone thinks that they need some time in their life to meet a psychiatrist or a mental health professional. And this feeling is so universal that the WHO, World Health Organization, thinks that about 25% of the population sometime in their life will require consultation with a mental health professional. What has changed in the world? Well, a lot of things have changed and few things have not changed at all. So let's see what has changed. What has changed is the pace of life has changed tremendously. The technology is here with us and is almost dominating our life. It's like more or less sitting on our head and directing our life. There is no mobile phones. Now everyone carries a smartphone. We are in touch with the whole world within seconds. The computers have created their own revolution. In the medical field, the revolution has been fantastic and fascinating, particularly with the MRI scan, functional MRI, PET scan and whatnot, and we can really study what's really going on in the person's brain or the mind. That's an external change that we're talking about. What has really not changed? Very interesting. The human model, or the model of the human body, which was created millions of years ago, has not changed one bit. It still functions exactly the way it functioned millions of years ago. Still, if any change occurs in the external environment or internal environment, that means your own mind environment, we respond to it by just two reflexes: the fight and the flight. That means you rush towards the threat and finish it off, or you run away from it. They're very simple flight-fight responses. That has not changed. The adrenaline and the steroids which cause it, which create this rush of feelings inside us, the rush of the blood in different parts of the body, the blood sugar shooting up, and the body is getting ready for action, that has not changed. What has changed now is that there is no way. There are most circumstances are such that we really can't fight or we can't take a flight. We just have to be where we are, frozen into this state. And there's a new thing which has come up in human life. It's called fear and fright. Earlier, the circumstances were such that we are really fighting for our survivals. Not too many years back, the influenza, tuberculosis, even ordinary infections used to kill people. Now we have gotten over with most of these infectious disorder problems. But the new generation sees things in a much different way. How does it see it? Not a question of survival. The change that which we are afraid of, the change that we see in the outside world, is deeply connected to our own mind. Now the fear is not whether I will die or I will survive. The fear is, will I be able to maintain my prestige? Will I be able to maintain my job? Will I get that promotion? Will I be able to survive this relationship? Will I have the same boyfriend or the girlfriend or my family? Will I have the same name and fame and money? This is creating a new stress in our life and we really don't know how to handle it. and we go back to the old method of fight or flight. So we cling to relationship, or we cling to the material position that we have, or we grab relationships or grab money or material things. So grabbing and clinging is the outcome of the fear of this change that we see in our life. And all this leads to tremendous amount of stress inside the mind. And the new problem that we see is the stress in life. How does one deal with this? It is said that wherever there is a question, there is an answer. Every question has a hidden answer. We just don't know the answer. We have not discovered it. We have not explored it. And the new answer that we have is to lead more peaceful life. And we call that the mindful life. Now, what is mindful life? Most of the things that I talk to you about, like the fight-flight response, the fear response, there we are so much used to it, it's almost an automatic response. We are almost on autopilot. The pace of life is so fast, the responses, the reflexes are so quick that we are perpetually on autopilot. We have to change that. The only way we can change it, becoming more and more aware, becoming more and more mindful. So the answer to the stress is being mindful. This mindfulness is just not a new buzzword. This is deeply rooted in the Indian soil and explored, researched, studied very well almost all over the world. So what is mindfulness? Mindfulness is about being aware, paying attention to the present moment without any judgment, without any criticism, as if my whole life depends on it. And when you hear that, I am reminded of the mindfulness which is there in Gita too. Gita talks about it in a different way. It calls it Siddha Prajna. So this is what Krishna said to Arjuna, be mindful now. Be aware of what you are doing. What is your swadharma? What is your absolute duty that you need to do? So the message is for everyone, and almost everyone is like an Arjuna today, facing crisis in life. And mindful life leads us in the right direction. Mindful life gives us that peace, that moment of solitude, the moment of awareness, the moment of truth is there every minute within us. It creates that energy within us. And with that, what do we achieve? We achieve the toughness of the mind. With that, we achieve the resilience of the mind. Resilience is very important because all the day, every day, now and then, currently or in the past, we are exposed to different kind of trauma. Not physical trauma alone, but the emotional trauma of abandonment, of the fear, loss of objects, loss of dear ones, of expectations not being fulfilled. That causes the trauma of life. And mindfulness gives you a resilience. It gives you the power to bounce back to life. So mindfulness is the key which leads us to mindful life. Now this is something that you earn. You work hard for it. And how do you work hard for it? By understanding it, studying it. But understanding and studying is not enough. Important but not enough. What is the most important thing then? The most important thing is develop the right kind of skill. Skill is something that you do repeatedly and you acquire, you get into that habit and do it regularly and you become very efficient in it. So in mindful life, we learned the awareness and the skill of awareness. And how do you get the skill? Of course, by doing it again and again. And we call this train the brain. Because where is mind after all? Mind is in the brain. The function of the brain is mind. And if you train the brain the right way, you develop certain skills in the brain. Like we have developed so many other skills in life. Writing, speaking, talking, interacting with people, communication, following your, pursuing your goal. These are skills. Similarly, awareness is also a skill. So we talk about awareness and we talk about the skills. And this is possible. This is possible only if you believe in it. I'm sure you will believe in it. Not because I say so, not because people have said it, not because it's there in the scriptures, not because it is there in the books. You will believe in it because you will do it on your own. It is experiential. You do it and you will realize it. The point is, the awareness is all into not just knowing, experiencing it and keeping it alive in your mind, in your brain. So dear friends, if there is crisis in life, if there is trauma in life, if there is stress in life, remember my words. Remember this idea that you can overcome it and remain aware of your inner strengths, the wisdom that you have gathered through ages, and the hope that you have for the future. It is all there in your mind in this moment, and that is the golden moment. And we will live in this golden moment. It becomes mindful life. So wish you a beautiful, peaceful and mindful life. Thank you for listening to me.